Hey guys, Mark here. In this tutorial I would like to show you the triaxial weave. It is also referred to as the Qbert weave or building blocks pattern, and it is quite popular in mesh work. It was shown in the Paracord community by Luzny, so I would like to credit him not only for the idea but also the photo tutorial that he provided. There are tutorials out there on the flat version of the triaxial weave, but this tutorial covers covering a handle or spherical objects using the weave. All in all, this is quite an advanced weave, and I highly recommend bringing some patience along when working this. With that said, let's jump right in. I have prepared 8 cords, 4 of one color, 4 of the other, and I have set them up so they alternate around a dowel rod. I'm now going to take cords of only one color, in my case this will be the red, and I'm going to take all 4 and spiral them around my dowel rod. Once you reach the bottom, you can also secure it so it stays in place. We can now start using the cords of the other color, and we're going to start with a sequence of under 1 over 2. This will be the basic sequence for this color of cords. So let's see, under 1 over 2. And we're going to spiral these cords around and around, just like we did with the first color, but we're going to weave them individually. I highly recommend that you do not work this weave too tightly, because otherwise it will take you much longer to do it. So we're going to work this cord in an under 1 over 2 sequence until we reach the bottom, and then we're going to start with a new cord. So the first cord spirals around nicely, and we can now start using the second one. We're going to take our end and go in the same sequence under the first cord to our right, which is the red one here. And again we're going to go under 1 and over 2. And now under 1 again, and so on. You can probably guess that the third and fourth cord are going to be spiraled around the same way. And we would continue with the third cord under 1 over 2 and so on. Once you have all of the cords woven in, it is time to start adding the third color, which will give it the 3D effect. The third color is woven in a bit differently, in a sequence of under 3 over 3. But under which cords should we go? We need to find a shape of a Z, you could say. So we're looking for this. with the 2 cords going to the left and 1 to the right. And we're always going to go under the section that looks like this. Basically like a Z. And this is the first part of weaving down under 3. So we've gone under one section, and now we need to go over one that has 3 cords. The section that we go over always is this one that has 2 parallel cords that go over one cord that goes to the left. So this is the section that we always go over. And then continue under the section that has a Z-like shape. You can now see that we went under, over, and under here. And we continue the same sequence until we reach the bottom. Always go over the section that has 2 parallel cords that go over one. And then go under the one that has a Z-like shape. Here. One more look at the weaving that we're doing. Again, you can see how it runs. I'm going to finish this column and I'm going to show you how to continue. So the first cord has been inserted through the entire weave, and we're now going to start a new one. This one is not done the same way that the first one is, but we're going to alternate colors. So we need to go over this first section that we went under before. So the section that has 2 parallel cords that go over one will now be the one that we go over, just like before. And then continue under the Z-like shape here. So like this. So we went over, under, and now we would continue with an over again, which again runs over the 2 parallel cords that go over one. And this will give us our sequence that you can see that alternates colors. And we would now continue again, going over, then under, and so on. Once you have done the second row, we can now begin the third one, which is done exactly the same as the first one, the first cord that is. We need to find a Z that we go under. And once we do that, we have our beginning, and we continue with an over and then under a Z and so on. This is done around the entire weave, and this will give us our triaxial weave. For the black color of cords, you're going to need 8 of them for this size of a weave. Basically, the rule is to have double the amount of the cords that you used in the beginning. We used 4 red and 4 of the orange color, so double the 4 is 8. So we use 8 cords, in my case those are black. So guys, I hope this tutorial was clear enough. If not, do post questions and I can try to help you get it down. Thank you for joining me in this tutorial. See you next time.